Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. And as you can see, I am in my garage today, and I've been doing a little bit of maintenance on my rotary over there, just checking things out, and I wanted to check the belts, condition of the belt on my MD 180 sitting over there, because it is a belt drive. The belts do wear, and I wanted to just take a look at it. But the last couple of days, I've been thinking about a little experiment and a little video I wanted to make, and here I am about to do it. And so the purpose of this video is, let's have a look and see just how these two machines clean or agitate this Frieze carpet. This actually is a piece of Frieze which is identical to the one in my living room. It's a little extra piece when we had it installed about 10 years ago. It's never been used at all. It's brand new. Never been cleaned either. And I wanted to just take a good look at what's happening on the carpet while these machines work, because this one is an orbital and this is a rotary. For those of you who aren't familiar, what you're looking at here, this is it's called an Easy Glide. Well, that's usually what it's called, made by a company called Orbitech, which is actually one of the oldest manufacturers of OP machines around. Not a lot of guys are all that familiar with them because they've not pushed their OP as much. He's more into rug cleaning, plant machines, rug dusters and things like that. One of my brothers was actually in partners with him years ago, and that it didn't end well for the fella in business with that particular brother of mine. I won't go any further from that, but anyway, I know that story because I was once upon a time a partner with him too, and it ended up much the same way for me, but nevertheless, that's another story. And of course, being an OP machine, it turns but slowly and does the oscillating motion. It actually is the same orbit as an Orbot, as well as the Orbot Vibe, and I believe the Challenger has the same Orbot or orbit as this does. So I think it's a 9/16, I believe. I'm not positive, but I know it's identical. And this is a rotary, just a standard 175. It's actually a 2-speed, but I'll be running it at 175. And of course, the rotary does a circular motion, continual one direction. And some would argue, well, that only cleans one side of the fiber, but of course that's only true on the edge of a carpet, whereas as you go back and forth over the carpet, because this thing is turning 360 degrees, as you go back and forth over the carpet, you're going to be coming at the yarn from every direction at 175 RPM, which is about 3 times per second. These machines, an OP machine, rotates around 80 RPM, but the oscillation has about 1750 movements per minute, which is around 9 times per second. So there's a lot more action, but in almost every case, in my experience over the decades, I found that the rotary is going to produce the same results and very quickly in almost every case. And that's why, one of the reasons why I choose a rotary in the home. There's other reasons too. I've talked about that in other videos, but that's not the purpose of this video. But we're going to talk about one of the things that you'll often hear from people is that the only cleaning method that will deep clean is steam cleaning. And interestingly enough, if you go onto the CRI, Carpet Rug Institute website, CRI, I don't know if it's .com or .org, I can't remember which it is, you will find in the listing of approved cleaning machines or methods, there's a page there where it describes all the different machines and whatever, the ones that have been tested by them, that is, that have paid to get tested by them. They have Orbots on there, and they're approved as a deep cleaning machine system, which is an OP, obviously. And there's at least one, if not two, rotary systems on there that are also on their website, they state they are also deep cleaning methods. So let's just stop that argument. If CRI will admit that you can deep clean with an OP or a rotary, well then obviously you can. The difference is that when you're steam cleaning, hot water extraction, you're not just simply deep cleaning, you're deep wetting. And you're basically pressure washing a carpet. And what we have here, this is a piece of carpet that was in my home when I first bought it. It was down the hallway and in the bedrooms. And this carpet had been repeatedly steam cleaned. And it looks good now because I've cleaned it. But let me show you the back. This is the backing of the carpet. And you can see all over the place where this is down the hallway, and in one of the bedrooms it was even worse looking on the back. It was just black, and it was that way because the carpet had been repeatedly steam cleaned, which is pressure washing, and it drives the soil right through the backing of the carpet, even though it may not look so bad on the top. Now when I first saw the carpet, it did look really bad, but I have cleaned this and it looks good on the top, but you can't clean the back. So I'll put that out of the way. That's one of the things to remember, is that when people are talking about how steam cleaning is deep cleaning, well, what it's doing is deep wetting. It is not drawing up all that soil that it pushes into the backing. It just simply can't do that because the physics just don't allow that to happen. Now, the advantage of using a VLM system, very low moisture, is that you can clean the carpet fiber without driving the soil into the backing. But let's talk about and take a look at what's happening on the surface or the yarn of the carpet, and just see if we can see how these machines are addressing the yarn, and see if we can see the difference, see if one is obviously going deeper than the other. Because most carpet cleaners, and all through the decades I've been doing this, most carpet cleaners will admit that we're not actually cleaning all the way to the backing of a carpet, no matter what we're cleaning with. We're cleaning the top third or half or 3/4 of the yarn, depending on how long the yarn is. And this is a fairly long yarn. It's a Frieze. You know, in the past we've had yarns that are much longer than that. The shag carpets, you know, back in the 70s and into the 80s, there was a lot more shag around, obviously. And actually coming back now again for some reason, but anyway. So let's just take a look, and I'll try to get the camera at the right angle here, and to see. So where am I? There. So let's watch the edge of the carpet right here, okay? And see what happens. We'll start with the OP first. So I'm using a two-way pad for both of these machines, just to keep it on an even. All right, we'll try it with the rotary. Well, so how did that look? Now let's take a look at the yarn. This is a Frieze carpet, and this is the same carpet I have in my living room. It is in my living room. It's only ever been cleaned with the VLM system. I've used my OP machine a couple of times, maybe 3 times. Mostly I use the rotary. And so how does the yarn look? There's no tip looming, by the way. I don't know if you can see that through the camera. And my carpet in my living room, which has been cleaned dozens of times, there's no tip looming there either. And look at that. The carpet looks just fine. You can actually see, I don't know if you can see right over here, the yarn is actually leaning over, because as the rotary, the way it works is it'll push the yarn over, and it'll be cleaning the yarn from the bottom to the top. If you think about it, it'll make sense to you. Over here you can see the yarn is moving this way, because this was the direction of the pad, because it's turning this way, right? So as I moved the machine back, it left it leaning this way. And over here, of course, it's going that way, because that side of the pad is going that way. But as you go back and forth over the carpet, you'll be coming at the carpet from 360 degrees, except for right along the edges. Whereas this machine, the yarn is much more, I don't know, jumbled looking, because it's doing a constant orbital motion on the carpet fiber. But anyway, let me just show you this machine. I know you're probably curious about this nice little OP machine, how nice and smooth it is. Nice and smooth machine. It has a very solid feel to it. This machine actually had been in a fire, and although it wasn't damaged by the fire or the smoke or anything, somewhere along the line when they were pulling it out of wherever it was, the handle release got a bit damaged, and I had to kind of fix that up, and it doesn't work as smoothly as it should. I mean, it's okay, but anyway. This is one of the earliest, actually it probably is the earliest version of the Orbitech. It's like the CX-17 that I use for commercial, which has the tank on the front. The difference is this one has the handle release on the front, whereas the CX-17, which is right there, it's basically the same machine, but it has the handle release on the back side of the handle there. And it has the tank and the spray system, etc. And I really like that machine. It's just, I like it much better than my Orbot. I like the ergonomics of it. But anyway, so I thought you guys might be interested to have a look at what it looks like on the carpet fiber as an OP versus a rotary is going over on a Frieze carpet. I thought it might show up and give you something to think about and talk about and learn. We're supposed to be learning, right? And so there you go. Hopefully I'll get this posted a little bit later today. And so thank you very much and have a good day. Thank you for watching.